all hands for today. And so I bring some topics that maybe will inspire delight for you guys. Weekly inspiration it's from Indonesia. Okay. Let me share my screen. Oh, Lubna presenting. Okay. Mas Gani, can you record the? Okay, thank you. Okay, can you see my screen for today?
I can't reach the internet right now. Check your modem or router connection.
What? Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. So, for today, I brought to you with the inspiration from William Tanuwijaya. Maybe all you know about him, but I think for me, he's very inspirational uh, due to his hard work. So, okay, meet William Tanuwijaya, the founder and the CEO of Tokopedia, one of the largest e-commerce in Indonesia. After graduate from senior high school, he continued his education in Jakarta. He was from Pematang Siantar, Padang, West Sumatra. So he taking information technology degree course. He decided to work as a part-time in net cafe to support his education. So the journey of him start from when he learned about internet as when he worked as a part-timer in that cafe. So he learned about building websites. He learned about internet in her office. So after graduate from university, he worked as a software engineer for more than 4 years. So with that experience, he decided to resign from his work and started to build his own business, Tokopedia. The struggle started here. So the basic plan to build the e-commerce was ready. So the MVP is ready, but there were no investor who could help the startup to be launched immediately. So he started pitching his plan in front of local investors, and at the same time, his father diagnosed with cancer. So he need to delay the launch of Tokopedia. In 2009, Tokopedia started to launch after get more funding. The initial funding worth 2.5 billion rupiah from Indonesia Ditama. In the following 3 years, Tokopedia get more funding from global ventures such as Venture, Cyber Agent Venture, and SoftBank, etc. So due to his hard work, Tokopedia reported having more than 4.9 million active product listings. It's so huge, I think. In 2015, and has over 80 million active users and more 4 million merchants registered in the platform. So the core value is never settled. So imagine if Mr. William stopped in 2007 when the father diagnosed in cancer and he stopped it. So it will be no Tokopedia right now. So that's it. So we can get inspiration from him. So okay, for me that's it for now, and I give the floor to Lubna.
Okay, hi everyone. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Lubna and I am BI intern and I'm going to be today's moderator on All Hands. And wait, Sarah, are you going to share the screen? Or me?
Okay, that's me, okay.
Okay. Then first up, we're going to read the vision and mission statement first. And the vision is inspire delight everywhere, everyone, every time. And mission statement is mission is to inspire delight through hospitality innovation that positively transforms our guests, employees, and partner. And Mr. J, do you have anything to add? It's muted.
Sorry about that, everyone.
Okay.
Thank you for the reminder, Lubna. All right, thank you, Lubna, for getting me to this point to explain an example of something that we can do to inspire delight. So, if Sarah will be so kind and click on the quote right there, so we can bring it up to a larger. Who has control of the screen right now? Is it Sarah?
Yeah, me.
Sarah.
Sarah, could you click on that quotation in the vision statement box under examples? Yeah, there's a little screenshot there,
Um,
and
yeah.
let's verify. Yeah, okay. Click it and bring it up into full size. The source of everything respectable man, either as intellectual or as a moral being, is that his errors. This is written a long time ago, so it could be her too, right? Are corrigible. He is capable of rectifying his mistakes by discussion and experience, not by experience alone. There must be discussion to show how experience is to be interpreted. So when I read that, that's actually very inspirational. It means that every mistake that we produce, these can be actually fixed through not just experience, but through discussion. And that's something I've been discovering recently through my experience in this company. And that brings me to the second point about how we would like to implement this vision. So, Sarah, we'll take it back to the main screen. This is a new innovation that we started just a few weeks ago, and there's a few things I'd like to compliment. One was the idea of peer-to-peer feedback, and I'm not sure who came up with this idea within the company, but I do believe it started with the product chapter first, and I think it's a great idea. It is that type of feedback that helps everybody understand and be able to self-correct, which is how we positively transform. The second thing I want to show everyone is this idea of the discussion guild on Slack. So Sarah, once again, if you can click on the discussion guild and bring it up. Okay, great. So these are discussion guilds that are focused around how we actually can improve our understanding and how this experience that we have just talked about can actually help us positively transform, because experience enough without interpretation isn't good enough. So we have various guilds at the moment related to negotiation, digital marketing, content production, and inquiry management. These are all very interesting guilds. I would advocate for everybody in Bukit Vista to participate in a guild to inspire delight and positively transform. All right, back to Lubna.
All right, thank you, Mr. Jane, for the updates. And next up, we're going to discuss about weekly mission inspiration. And mission inspiration, it is Bukit Vista's mission to inspire delight through hospitality innovation that positively transfer our guests. And we have updates. The first one is from Ka Andre. For Ka Andre, the time is yours. Hello, is Ka Andre here?
Lubna, if somebody doesn't respond, then I think you're going to have to read it off for them, please.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sarah, can you actually kind of zoom it because I cannot see it clearly.
Okay. Okay, my screen is lagging right now. Okay. Can you see
Okay.
it right now?
Okay, yeah. Okay, so from Kandre, he got super host for Andre and Wayana and Ryan and Jing account. And he got guest at Binging on Bab was being sorry. Can you scroll down?
Yeah. Okay.
And
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
And guest at Binging on Bab was being so nice and give us 5-star review.
Okay.
And the next update is from Kamaria. For Kamaria, the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you for bringing this up. And so I got this guest from Songchang, and the guest told me that he was afraid because Nasa was waiting there. And so I said that I could chat him if he felt afraid, and he was so grateful because I chat him and said sorry for taking my time. I think that's inspiring me like our guest for real. So actually, this guest wants to move out, but I said I can actually accompany him by chatting. So it was not, so he will not feeling afraid. That's actually my tip.
All right. Okay, thank you, Maria, for the updates. And the next one is from Parafik. Is there any updates?
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, everyone. So this is transformation regarding the be transparent from the owner our our mission exactly to Bukit Vista. Exactly, one of the guests is what it's called show up at Loloan, and he didn't know which guest, and then Moilo is step up and then chat us in the night. So he will give a commission to us instead of they take it by themselves. That is exactly a very good transformation, inspired delight from partner to the Bukit Vista. And also the information, Pilar Lawan is our first property partner in the Canggu area. That is from my side. Back to you, Lubna.
All right, thank you, Parafik. And next one, we're going to Katendi. Katendi, the floor is first.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. So the first, this is from Pak Bagi, the owner of Amarilo Guest House. So last week I made the vlog with him, and it's really spontan, but he kind of interesting and enjoy it when we are making. And then also he introduced himself and his property uniqueness on the FB group when we invite him on the FB group. So I think this is can inspire the other partner as well. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Katendi. The next one is from Sasha. Sasha, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. So I guess this is the follow up from last week's update. So Chris from the House of Gembala has posted his own mentoring content on our Bukit Vista community group. Sorry, my dog is being naughty. He basically writes tales on how he got good reviews from guests. We didn't really expect him to write this long, but yeah, he did it. And I believe his post can inspire other property partners, especially the newest ones, to be a better host.
All right, thank you, Kasasha, for the update. And the next one is we're going to talk about the principal. Sarah, can you scroll it? Hello?
Hello, okay.
Yeah, principal. Yeah. So, Mr. Jing,
I think you missed the
Lubna,
transformation.
we have the HR update. Sorry.
Yeah.
oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, this one from HR.
Okay, so yeah, thank you for the time. So good morning, everyone. So a few updates from the employee side actually. So the first one is actually this is from the CM team. So they had fun and interesting online discussion via Trello and paper. So yeah, this is actually I would say a great achievement as well as we are trying to improve our written communication. So yeah, congrats to the community team and the whole Bukit Vista team for this. And then next one we have I think this one is from finance team, yeah, or BI team. So this person with Angie, Bayu, and David finally completed his March 2021 P&L statement. So yay, congratulations to you. And then next, okay, for the online canvassing, they're able to deliver the SLA 2 times more efficiently than before. So congrats to the team. So to Ilham, Sasha, Nadine, as well as Iri. So yay, congratulations for the achievement. And last but not least, so I believe this is from one of our HR team member. So this person can handle his own first interview session pretty well and surprisingly interviewed a fun candidate and can provide talent hunt session by participating in student presentation from our partner to get candidates. So this is a new approach that HR is doing right now with the we are trying to partner with some organizations other than universities. So yeah, looking forward to see the candidates from that side. So I think that's all for the employee update. Back to you, Lubna.
Okay, thank you, Kashalin. Sorry for skipping you. And yeah, we're going next to principal and Mr. Jing. The time is yours.
Okay, Sarah, would you kindly be able to bring the graph up? So this is actually a really interesting graph showing the layers of competency and the different layers that people will go through on a journey of constant transformation. So at the very beginning, everyone begins from unconscious incompetence, which is you have the wrong intuition about how things actually work. But with more time and experience and learning and transformation, you'll move into the area of conscious incompetency. You'll have the wrong analysis. But with more progression and more understanding, you move into the area of conscious competency where you have the right analysis and you can decide what you need to do, but you still need to apply some mental energy. The ultimate phase is when you become unconsciously competent, where you just know what the answer is, but you don't really even need to think about it anymore. So this is an important principle that I've discovered through my time here at Bukit Vista, and it gives everyone a vision for how they should see progress. So, Sarah, if we'll go back to the main page again, there are things that you can control. We hire everyone here at Bukit Vista based on 3 principles. 1 is a bias to action, 2 is a self-learner, and 3 is a growth mindset. So anybody who joins the company, we are confident that you have these qualities, and these qualities are what makes it possible for you to climb up to the very top of the competency pyramid. And the thing that you can control is you can control how much you want to learn and how much competency you want to become. And what we're looking to achieve is simply unconscious competency. Okay, back to Lubna.
All right, thank you, Mr. J. And the next one is we're going to give our personal updates.
Sorry, Lubna. I think you missed the revenue part.
Oh, really?
Revenue target.
Where's
Is this? Is this?
The theme, target, and achievement
The thing?
for personal updates.
Something else.
Down,
This?
down.
Oh, down. Okay. Okay. This
Yep, this one. Right.
All right.
Okay.
So, Apidi, time
All
is
right.
yours.
Thank you very much, everyone. Good morning, everyone. So today, remembering our April theme, looking beyond the boundary, we set the target beyond our what we can kind of see right now, and this is just a reminder because we've discussed about this particular April theme since the beginning of April, and we're just gonna look at a little bit of stats regarding our sales target this month. If you would go down a little bit, Sarah. So our April target for this our target for this month is $40,000, and if we look at the current stats that we have right now, actually our revenue is the same as last week for April 2021. So if we look deeper on this, if we look, we're still stuck at $27,000 for April 2021. But if we see on the weekly sales, there is a decrease. There's a decrease by half in the weekly sales last week. However, there is also cancellations to be taken into considerations. This is the interesting part. We do have greater revenue compared to the previous week. However, the revenue gain is actually not for this particular month, but for future months. So we'll have to think of ways to analyze whether the inquiry coming in is actually coming in for this particular month and whether it's convertible, or maybe we have to pivot to another strategy to focus on revenue for this particular month because we do have to still sustain for each month, right? So that's the gist of the revenue gain for the update on the revenue gain. We'll need the help of everyone, each individual of you to achieve this month's goal. And for next week, the leadership team will try to formulate a goal for all the other user funnel as well, because for revenue target, it's actually a part of the guest user funnel. While we do have goals for employee user funnel as well as the partnership user funnel. But from my understanding, the data is already collected. It's just not reported in all hands, and it would be great to have all the output of the 3 user funnels be updated as well. So yeah, let's work harder and also smarter this week, especially those involved in the guest funnel. So that's a bit of the update on the revenue target.
All right. Thank you, Kafidi, for the update. And we're going to personal updates. The first one is we're going to Parafi. So the time is yours.
Okay, thank you. I will make it quick. Can you a little bit bigger? Because okay, I just my biggest achievement is finish welcoming program to our partner, and also interesting online discussion using Trello and Paper for community team. And the biggest personal growth, timing management between working online and family matters, because my dad is sick right now, so I need to therapy. So, and then the biggest actionable discovery I just found it is very good. Maybe this is new for me. Installing Trello and Dropbox paper on my phone so I can access everywhere without opening the laptop for online discussion. That is my biggest actionable discovery. Oh, thank you, Jing. And what is the era for the skill that I learned is learn by seeing, by doing, and love what you do, and responsible about what you're doing. That is my learning about it. And then how to adapt, keep updating what the social media, the news, issues, the trend, so you can adapt and talk with the community. So what is called interactive and engagement with your community. That is update for me. Back to you, Lubna. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Parafi. Yeah, and I hope your dad is getting better too. And yeah, the next
Thank you,
one
thank you.
is we're going to Katandi from community. Katandi, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Lubna. So my update is for the personal good is my vlog with the Armadillo owner in Canggu, and then for the team achievement is got 2 more property from our partner recommendation. For that's one in Canggu for Wiras village, and then one in Ubud. And then the second one is personal growth is more fluent in online discussion using Trello, and then practice using GoPro with Gani. Thank you, Gani, and editing the video. And then the next one is for actionable discovery is time management is one of the important factor for growth. And then the last one, I forgot the question is how I
How to adapt in
how
this
do
era?
yeah. Okay, so I think now because it's easier to access from any other source like YouTube and masterclass. I think that's the easier to learning and adapt for the new best practice and learning. And then to maintain the energy is by set the time budget correctly, and then make the prioritization list by break down the things for like urgent and not urgent. Thank you, everyone. Back to Luke now.
All right, thank you, Kapandi. So the next one is we're going to Kasia. So Kasia, the time is yours.
Okay, so my personal achievement is that I have finished the basic contents for BBC of best practice and documentation. I also have hosted happy hour with Kak Gani. My biggest personal growth is that I'm trying to use the credit method on LinkedIn, and yeah, I will keep trying to be better at that. My biggest actionable discovery is that there are many free lessons on for any kind of topics out there. You just need to find it and push yourself to learn more. Um, the last one is that I learn new skills and adapt on changes by doing what I love, like learning through movies, documentaries, YouTube videos, discussions, and others. That way, I won't be tired because I'm actually having fun.
Wow, okay. Thank you, Kasia, for the updates. And the next one is we're going to Asa? Yeah, from CM Intern. Sorry, can you zoom in for a bit because I cannot see it clearly right now.
Is that okay?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you. So I think the person is not here, so I will read it. So the personal achievement is somehow I was able to give contributions regarding our partner satisfaction survey during my hard times this week. That was surprising. And P.S. I'm still sad that I can fully contribute to due to my thesis defense and comprehensive exam though. I hope I can do great and come back to have our awesome time and challenges with you guys. And the biggest personal quote is I accept myself more and wish to control my emotion rather than be controlled by my emotion. In the end, is about the action to be executed. And then the biggest actionable discovery is I learned to stay in the present time. That helps me to be more focused on what to do more, what to do next in order to solve certain issues instead of getting down in my overthinking. And the answer for the question is I allocate 60% of my time for surviving, having fun times, and doing my hobbies are part of surviving tool. And 40% of my time for adulting. There are several uncontrollable things which somehow create huge stepping stone during our life journey. Thus, I always put this sentence on my mind: enjoy the process, whatever comes, everything happens for a reason. And yeah, that was it. And the next one is from, sorry, Sarah, I cannot see see the name.
Andre.
Oh,
Andre.
okay.
Hey, I'm actually here. Sorry.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
Okay. So, Andre, the time is yours. Please give your
Oh.
update.
Yep. Thank you and good morning, everyone. So my update is that I think I'm achieving to start refining the external SLA reporting from HR with PD and working in for the internal SLA soon. And my personal growth is I feel like I can be more assertive a bit some way in last week. My biggest actionable discovery also faster communication through Trello and Dropbox. I think this is somehow same with Om Rakib, yeah. We have a same at this stage, which is faster communication from Trello and also Dropbox. And how I adapt, actually, I like to learn by talking and sharing thoughts. I usually get triggered by sharing moment and it would usually drive me and to learn or to start something new for me. And meeting people and sharing is something that I really like to do. Yeah, because of that thing. So that will be the update for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Andre, for the update. And the next one is we're going to Kak Nadine from HAR. Is she here?
Oh, read it for me.
I don't think so. Okay. So I'll read it for her. So, her personal achievement is put some improvement on how we tell story in Vivid Pitch Deck, and full stack services preparation is progressing. And her biggest personal growth is the increased demand from third party and guess it's challenging me to improve my time management and prioritization. And I'm so happy to have a larger team to be engaged and learn from. And I wasn't really engaged with Kak Bayu and Rizal in working hour back then, but now I get much time to discuss with them. More mentors, more insight. And then her biggest actionable discovery is I think I can know more or define myself more when I get to face more challenges and I know more about my capabilities and weakness. So open for any opportunity and challenge will help you to know better about you. And her answer to the question is put myself in the circle and environment that keep moving forward and always make me feel left behind. So that it triggers me to learn and keep adapting. And that was it for her. And the next one is we're going to Maria from HIR. So Maria, the time is yours.
Yes, thank you. But before that, Kak Sarah, is it okay if I help you to share the screen, or are you okay with that?
I'm okay with that.
Maria, I think you should probably share the screen because Sarah's panel right now is blocking the actual ability for us to read the app.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen.
Thank you, Maria.
Okay. So, okay, as everyone can see my screen right now.
Not yet.
And here's my app.
Yes.
Is it okay? No.
Yep, that's okay.
Okay, so here's my update. For this week, I don't have any personal achievement, and my personal growth is I learned to be decisive in every choice I make. And for my actionable discovery, life would be meaningless if you don't have any goal to achieve. And how I learn and adapt skills are by watching videos for TV, surfing on the internet, talking to people, and how I manage my energy, cook press, going out, yummy food, and drink water. That's my update. Back to you, Lubna.
All right. Thank you, Kamaria, for your update. And the next one is we're going to Kashasha from HAR. Kashasha, the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you, Lubna. So I don't have any achievement this week yet. And for the biggest personal growth is try not to stress too much on what people say. Just take in what you think is good for you. And for the biggest actionable discovery is it's a quote from Jane Goodall is what you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. And lastly, for Mario, could you scroll down to the thank you. For how do I adapt to change is by looking at the trend and see if there's anything I like and begin to learn it. Also, as advice from family, friends, or experts would do too. And finding inspiration and knowledge of the things I love through Instagram, YouTube, and etc. And I maintain my energy by having enough sleep, eat well, and also spend quality time with family and friends. That's all my update. Back to you, Lubna. Thank you.
Thank you, Kashasha, for the update. And the next one is we're going to Erica from HR Intern. Erica, the time is yours.
Thank you, Lubna. So I'm going to update mine briefly. My personal and both team achievement is that we managed to update morning message and check-in time timely these last few days because of guest journey best practice, but we still need more progress too. And for my personal growth is that I remember to take care of myself by fulfilling my basic needs while being focused with the stuff that I handle, because sometimes I get carried away when I'm working on something. And because self-discovery is that I'm not taking anything too seriously anymore and trying to not stress over tiny little things, just relax, do my best, and enjoy being in the present moment. And for the answer of this week's question is that how to learn skill these days, I use ATM method that stands for amati, tiru, and modifikasi. And in English, it would be observe, copy, and modification. So, and also self-learning and try it immediately. And how to maintain the energy is that by seeing others' success, it'll motivate me a lot, and because I'm a competitive person. So yeah, that's the update for me. Thank you, Lupna.
All right, thank you, Erica, for the update. And the next one is we're going to Mr. Jing. Mr. Jing, the time is yours.
Okay, I left my personal achievement blank because this is actually a kind of an interesting situation. What do you do when you feel like you're making progress personally, but you're unable to deliver results? Is that an achievement or not? So, anyways, if you feel confused about that, it's perfectly okay to just kind of like leave it as a vacuum, right? Leave it as a space. But more on that, on personal growth, I feel a little bit stuck. I'm trying to get results for my team, and everyone's worked so hard to get to our goals, but despite all our innovations, no results have come as of yet. And so the wisdom I'm learning here is that I've come to realize that innovation might not always get rewarded. And the process of personal transformation might not always lead to results. However, I think it's actually better that we are more prepared for the next opportunity. So even so, it is more of a matter of time, I think, than anything else. Actual discovery. I've been able to actually put together things I learned from masterclass immediately into effect to our day-to-day operations. So that part is really cool. And this is a graph I'd like to share with everybody. This is interesting. If anybody's seen Wolf of Wall Street, I remember there was a pep speech he said in there. He said, "I've been a rich man and I've been a poor man. I choose to be rich every single time." And I find that it's a little bit aggressive, toxic masculinity, but there's some truth about that. And I'll echo it in the same way. I've been a rich man and I've been a poor man, and I choose to be rich every single time. And this is essentially why it's actually a choice. When you have a poor mentality, you think of killing time. When you have a rich mentality, you think of investing time. Poor mentality buys luxuries. Rich mentality buys assets. Poor mentality is indecisive. Rich mentality decides often. I don't know about the paying bi-weekly thing. That confused me. But poor mentality is a scarcity mindset. Rich mentality is an abundant mindset. Poor mentality plans for the weekends. Rich mentality plans for the future. Poor mentality consumes. Rich mentality produces. Poor mentality conforms. Rich mentality performs. Poor mentality procrastinates. Rich mentality executes. Poor mentality causes problems. Rich mentality solves problems. And this comes to the point about keeping up, right? Poor mentality seeks entertainment. Rich mentality seeks education. So, to answer your question, how do you keep up? I think you just put your mindset into a rich mentality, and it is generally rewarded by doing so. So when you think of it as how do I keep up, think of it as how do I want to become rich, right? And go with these suggestions. Okay, anyhow, that's it. Back to Lubna.
Thank you, Mr. Jim, for the update. And the next one is we're going to Kak Cynthia from HR. Kak Cynthia, the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you, Lupna, and good morning, everyone. So, on the personal or team achievement, I think there is none from my side. And then for the personal growth, the feeling after having a failure is really sucked. But we have to know when to switch the focus to keep moving. And the next one is the biggest discovery. Take a reflection time back to the purpose and the mission. And I think for what skills needed or adapt and how you keep maintaining your energy, I think the resilience needed all of the skills or the things new that you learn. I think you should add the resilience there. So that's from me, Lupna. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Kak Cynthia, for the update. And the next one is we're going to Kashalin. Kashalin, the time is yours.
Okay, so yeah, for the achievement, so yesterday actually, so we have Gede and Rahmat onboarded as our sales and business development team member. So yeah, kudos to the HR team and everyone for the support and for the hard work on the hiring campaign in this case. And then another thing is that the team is continuously working on our CV screening skills, guided by yours truly, everyone. And then for the personal growth, I realized that like I need to be aware of my surroundings and not just like focusing on one thing at a time. It actually really helps like in widening my perspective in this case. And then for the biggest actionable discovery, at times it's not easy to make like decisions. Like it may take some time, but don't let the time like drag your progression in this case. And then the last part, what I would do is to actually I'd find out from the basics first, like from relevant sources, then apply it actually. So theory and practice, of course, like may not be the same. So this is where agility is important. And how do you maintain your energy? When you enjoy what you're learning, right, then you'll find yourself craving for more to the point that you're addicted for it. So yeah, that's normally how I study on things. So yeah, that's for my update. Back to you, Lubna.
Thank you, Kak Shelly, for the update. And the next one is we're going to Arfi from HR. Arfi, time is yours. Hello, is Arfi here?
Arvi is going to the doctor currently. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I will read it for her. So her personal achievement is Mr. King helped me addressing my fear and then spotting flaws in our trial system for the senior thing. And the last thing is we do CV screening upgrading last night with our beloved Ara. She was actually the one who asked for the second session. I think our intern's way of thinking is very interesting and it's for the leaders and seniors to help them navigate it. What I learned since Unitime could leader produced by encouraging better leader. And the biggest personal growth is health comes with effort. And I pray everyone to have a good health this year. And her biggest actionable discovery is overcoming my fears, not to worry about things that I cannot control until getting better. And the answer for the question is both the passion and worries drives my motivation and energy. One, I want to do things I love, and the second one is I'm worried of living a life I do not like. Okay, that was the update from RV, and the next one is Kevin from HR intern. Kevin, the time is yours. I think he cannot read it, so I can read it for him. And yeah, for his update and personal or team achievement, the second CV screening practice session with the team and the biggest personal growth is becoming more organized, not just documenting for the sake of documenting, but also categorizing and putting relevant things in the same place, etc. And the biggest actionable discovery to stop multitasking. I thought I was good at, or at least pretty decent at it. Well, science says otherwise. There's a cognitive task for switching tasks. Conclusion: don't have as two things full whole as one thing. And the answer for the question is how do you maintain your energy for studying or acting? Is learn why it's important for you, because if so, then you really have no other option but to go full speed ahead. You may believe that you don't have time to adjust to things, but if you think it's important for you, you will make time. Okay, that was the update from Kevin. And the next one is from Harvina from HR intern. Okay, she is also not here. Not here. She has online class, and I will read it for her. And for the biggest personal, no, for the personal achievement, yeah, it is no personal achievement this week. Yeah, and the biggest personal growth is manage myself to keep my mentality stable above the distracting and frustrating environment around me. And the biggest actionable discovery is it actually takes too long for the hiring process. So I determined a goal to just do the CV screening for 10 minutes to max along with the correct accuracy. And the answer for the question is simply because I feel the need to do so. I need to remember that being a talented and potential and for the future is my ultimate goal. But put it in my mind that the world needs me, and that's how I maintain my energy. And that was it. The update from Harvina, and the next one is Ilham from HR intern, and he is also not here, so I will read it for him too. His personal or team achievement is I can handle my first interview session pretty well and surprisingly I interviewed fun candidate, and I can provide talent hunt session by participating in student presentation from our partner to get candidates. And his biggest personal growth is I can understand well how things work, so I can involve more and participate more. And the biggest actionable discovery is I have to be able to train myself to be sensitive and care about my surroundings, because sometimes I ignore the feelings of those around me. And the answer for the question is it may sound simple, yeah, but I gradually learned the skills or things I have to master to adapt to this kind of condition. If I reach stage one, so I will go to another skills and so on. And I tried this with the help of 80 out of 20 principles, and I maintain my energy by giving time to break. For example, at night I will study and chill, and during the day I adapt to doing things like works, etc., etc. And the next one is from Farah from HR intern. So Farah, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Lubna. So for my personal achievement is I chair my first scrum and got some very useful feedback on where I'm lacking, thanks to my seniors. And for the biggest personal growth is that I am able to set a prioritization and stick on it. Like for example, my university deadlines, work stuff. And for biggest actionable discovery is it's okay to escape the reality for a while and have the time for yourself. And once you're back, you'll be able to be productive and productive too. And for this week's question is I usually learn things from hands-on experiences, but before that, I'll do an in-depth research on the theories, hoping that I could understand all that before I set my foot on it, but it rarely happens. And how I maintain my energy is to take a break from the world, and these days I used to binge watch Netflix. To you, Lubna.
Thank you, Farah, for the update, and we're going to Kabayu for the update. Kabayu, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Lubna. Good morning, everyone. So my update for this week is the achievement. So financially, now we know that on March we are deficit in terms of revenue versus expense. That is the result of the project that we are doing with David and also the interns before on accounting. The next one is the personal growth. No notable growth for this week. The actionable discovery based on the financial report. So I think we need to sell the closest expiring night, which is have the shortest runway. It means our product are expiring, right? So we need to sell that first, and then the dates that falls below the average booking window for that property. I think we need to prioritize that first. And then the next one is how do I learn or maintain the energy to learn. The first one is learning from interns. I just re-summarize a few of the biggest learning that I've done with the interns are I'm learning about content production like 3 years ago maybe, and then also I'm learning about software development. I'm learning also about accounting, and I also learn about leadership. And then the second part is side project. So I like to do projects that I'm passionate about, but not an expert yet. So it's not like a hobby. It's we don't enjoy it because we good at it, but we enjoy it because we want to be good at it. So that's how I do it. Back to you, Luca. Thank you.
Thank you, Kabayu, for the update. And the next one is we're going to Kanadia from PD. Oh, and she wants me to read it for her. So, okay. Her personal achievement is launch some projects to master and the impact ready to be measured. And then the biggest personal growth is clean up my room to create better energy to work in. And the biggest actionable discovery is take a step back, zoom out, and look at the bigger picture. And the question for the answer is I personally like using Meetup.com, meet new people, and gain new knowledge. So that was the update from her. And the next one is from Great.
Yes. Thank you, Lubna. So, good morning, everyone. I hope you are doing amazing. So, for this week, I don't really have any achievement for personal growth. There are a lot of components in web development, and the possibilities actually are limited. Last week, I learned a lot more about SEO and how important it affects our business. And then my personal growth, my external discovery, I'm trying to improve my accountability. And then the second one is first, know and define what you can and cannot control. Second, focus on and ace the thing that you can control. It might even improve the things that you cannot control. For the last questions, I think you're really lucky to be born in this era. Literally, people have a chance to chase what they want since everything changes so fast, so each change will give anyone new opportunities as well. And not only that, we are also in the golden era of information that everything that you want to learn is basically available on the internet. Even opportunities, yeah, you can find a lot of the internet as well. And then by knowing those two facts, it's enough for me to keep pushing myself to learn and maintain my energy to study because we are limitless in a way with all these advantages of from this era. Isn't life exciting? That's for me. Thank you, Rubna.
Okay, Kak Chris, thank you for your updates. And I have an information to you guys that we are going to extend this meeting for 10 minutes. Okay, so we're going to go to Zio from Video Intern. And oh, okay, so he's not here. So his personal or team achievement is nothing notable. And then the biggest personal growth is relatively happier than last week. And then the biggest actionable discovery is don't think about the future too much. What I mean is that I learned to just live in the present these past few days. The things that we do may be a little bit overwhelming at times, but having one focus at a time rather than overthinking what to do or how to do the next thing, or even worse, contemplating past failures can help you to stay collected and calm, at least in my experience. And then the answer for the question is taking on projects, either it is a self project or from other people. It tends to pressure me into learning about new things or getting more experience in things that I'm doing. As for maintenance, I always stop whatever I'm doing at 11 and talk to loved one to vent about my day. And yeah, that was the update from Zio. And the next one is we're going to Wayana. Oh, she's actually
I'll
not
read for
here.
Rihanna. She asked me to
Oh,
read
okay,
that.
okay.
Okay. So personal
Okay,
team
sure.
achievement. 3 owners have signed the contract, so in total we have 4 this month. So good. Thank you to marketing team and all the volunteers for lead generation. On the biggest personal growth, I attended the crypto talk in Canggu, and I didn't even know a group of people existed. By attending the event, I know more about cryptocurrencies. On actionable discovery that there are many people just around you, and you just need to go out and talk to them. And for the answer to everything changes, learn, skill, adapt, survive by watching masterclass, talk and meet people to discover what's in trend, join some group that can do something and learn something new, and maintain energy, have a good meal, sport, and sleep.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Jane, for reading the updates. And the next one is we're going to Carizal from marketing. Carizal, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Lubna, and good morning, everyone. So, from my achievement is the first one is create milestone for website booking campaign, and the second one is with Sarah and Rania, we set up Google Ads remotely. I think this is a new transformation of learning by demonstrate, share the idea, and also feedback with practicing together. And then for the personal growth is learn more on career trial assessment and also set up goal and event in Google Analytics. And for the actionable discovery is collect the best practice and worst practice, not only following the good thing but also avoid the bad thing. And also for the last one is how I learn skill to keep survive is I challenge myself to involve and create new project and also learn how to make it more efficient. That's from me. Back to Lubna.
Okay, thank you, Kak, for the update. And the next one is we're going to Kak Gani. Kak Gani, the time is yours.
Thank you very much, Lubna, and good morning, everyone. So for my team achievement is last week online canvassing able to deliver the SLA twice more efficiently than before. Congrats to the team, Ilham, Sasha, Nadine, and Tiwi. Thank you very much, guys. And for the personal growth, got better understanding as a funnel manager. For the actionable discovery, empower the team by delegate some tasks and support them to achieve the goal. And the last is how I learned some skills to keep survive is seeking educational video from expert on social media, and how I maintain my energy is eat, sleep, exercise well. Yeah, back to you, Lubna.
Okay, thank you, Kak Gani, for the update. And the next one is we're going to Sarah from Marketing Intern. Sarah, the time is yours.
Okay, so my personal achievement, I have no idea about that for this week. But for my biggest personal growth, I learned about to avoid greedy. As my previous experience to running ads, I was so greedy to bid in high amount. So, so instead getting good ROAS, I get a very bad ROAS. So right now, I try to increase it day by day and keep analyzing every keyword that works or not. And then biggest actionable discovery, bidding on competitors' brand increase impression. It's it's weird, but it is what it is. And then to adapt in new era, prioritize what to do to keep my energy balance and, and learn investment from asset to skill and keep in touch to people who want to share knowledge for me and then get my hands dirty by handling real project, not just theory, and learn from my mistake and others on move on and trying to WOMO in a good way. There's on missing out.
All right, thank you, Sarah, for the update. And the next one is from Rania, but she doesn't give an update, so we're going to Pak Rahmat from Marketing. Pak Rahmat, the time is yours. Hello?
Hello, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Lubna. Good morning, everyone. So my personal achievement this week is just discover my personal weakness, and then my biggest personal growth is just push myself to be a better person. And then my biggest actionable discovery is learn new things in more structured way, invest all I have to master them. And the last part is just mapping all learning material, pay attention to prioritization. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Pak Rahmat, for the update. And the next one is we're going to Kak Gede for the update. Kak Gede, the time is yours. Hello? Okay, I think I will just read it. Okay, so oh, hello.
All right. I'm sorry. I just mute the my voice. All right. Can you hear me, guys?
Okay. Yes.
Right. So yeah, my personal achievement is I passed the trial programs and joined BV, and thank you for that. And my team achievement is actually I present Bukit Vista to two leads, and actually I'm currently waiting for my first deal. I also help Mbak Wayana to analyze the property of Yarda, and I think it's quite successful because I heard that Yarda signed the contract with us. But yeah, that's a good news. And my biggest personal goal growth, I think, is still empty. It's none of. I still, I'm new here, so I ready to empty my glasses and get grow here in Bukit Vista. And my biggest actionable discovery is that I discover you guys. I learn about people here, the team members, and hopefully we can work together well. And last part is that get in there, ever fail, no matter what, try again, fail fast, and fail better. Thank you. Back to you, Lubna.
All right, thank you, Kak, Lily, for the update. And the next one is we're going to Kak Lilis from BI. Kak Lilis, the time is yours.
Thank you, Lubna. So welcome everyone for the new good day and also Rahmat. Welcome and looking forward to collaborate. So yeah, for myself, my personal achievement is actually together with BD initiating the user SLA funnel refinement. We try to see like in general how far we are actually converting in each funnel to next funnel. So I think that's just initial. And then my personal growth, I set up my workspace like more convertible. So I like it, like inspiring me. And then I think the discovery still around written communication that drive faster understanding, especially in community. I learned a lot there. And for last one, I learn new skills by talking with colleges specifically and reading some materials after I find out things that interesting. And then I maintain my energy by reminding that I have many things to start and also I should finish all the things that I should finish. Yeah, that's all from my side. Back to Lubna. Thank you.
Thank you, Kak Lilis, for the update. And then we're going to Kafidi. Kafidi, the time is yours.
Alright. Thank you very much, Lubna. So for this week, I gave a lecture in Tourism Vocational School. Thank you for the PR team for arranging that event. And we have the overall final output together with this. We created a draft and also increasing response speed in Dropbox mentions. For personal growth, I increased my understanding on server setup using AWS. And actionable discovery, first from the marketing team, there is a lot of friction for partners during their onboarding into the system. That will be handed over to key product development. Then BI can be more involved in the employee user funnel for data clarity. And then density of inquiry decreased last week, while the current inquiry target date is done. We can complete our insights here to see potential obtainable revenue. And then finally, we have a better year-on-year growth compared to 2020, but worse compared to 2019. So that will be addressed by BI. And then for how I continue to learn, I talk with people in general, and also generally I stay interested in any field by nature. So that's it. Thank you, Lubna.
Thank you, Kafidi, for the update. And we're going to Kevin from BI Intern. So Kevin, the time is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Good morning, everyone. So from my update, my personal achievement, I think not personal, it's team achievement. I just finished an automated project in revenue script. So marketing team, they can just make it the projection revenue for the property. So they don't have to access to BI anymore. And I provided a screenshot to align with our core values, detailed matters. Thanks to Evelyn for the documentation and Alia and Alubna for the testing it out. And for my personal achievement, I get 2 new data science types, which is makes me being a full stack data science. And I think my personal growth is just before you start something, make sure you can finish it. Otherwise, you just mess it up. And for my big actionable discovery, first is just being sensitive to small things, and even small things can change the entire game. And my second biggest actionable discovery is just to able to see things that is considerably failed, but as a wise move. And so, how I did that is basically just keep an even more improving a growing mindset. And how I keep studying new things. First thing is just keep on the frames. Motivations, and then find the right path and then the right learning resource. I think that's all from me. Thank you. Back to Ms. Chen.
Thank you, Kevin, for the update. And the next one, we're going to Evelyn. Evelyn, the time is yours.
Alright, thank you, Lubna. So I'm gonna start from okay. So my achievement this week is finishing the PV newspaper and create the documentation for Kevin's automation. There is no notable personal growth. Moving on to the biggest actionable discovery is to become proactive and attentive to small details. And yeah, on the last one, I can't see. Okay, I can see it now. How do I adapt? So I felt like this is a wrong motivation, but I tend to find motivation by seeing how the professional work or when I talk to someone who's in the same field, maybe different field, but like yeah, when they are smarter than me, I want to be able to do the same thing as what they do. And how do I maintain? Yeah, I just set a bigger picture before learning something, so I know that all my effort wouldn't go to a waste and sleep. Yes, thank you so much. Back to you, Lupna.
All right, thank you, Evelyn, for the update. And next one is from me. So my personal achievement is I tried to test Kevin's automation and it worked. And I also have Kashelin to evaluate the HR campaign structure. And my biggest personal growth is getting better at time management. And my biggest actionable discovery is focus on what we do, and sometimes multitasking can be bad for the end result. And my answer for the question is learn new things, getting to know new people, and discuss it to the right person. So my knowledge will be increasing since I got a lot of information from other people's perspective, and also do it to make it happen. And then we're going to Errol. Errol, time is yours. Oh, yeah, Errol's not here, so I will read it for him. And his personal achievement is me, Angie, Kabayu, and Kak David finally completed PV Smart 2021 P&L statement. Yay! And the biggest personal growth is able to maintain a balanced daily schedule between work, studies, hobbies, and rest. And then the biggest actionable discovery is know our limits to avoid burnout. And then the answer for the question is read news on various social media to know what's happening around the world and watch YouTube. So learn about people's experience from different professions. Work hard, play harder. Okay, that was the update from Errol. And the last one, we got Kayla. Okay, so she is also not here, so I'm going to read it for her. So her personal achievement is no big personal achievement yet, still mostly working on onboarding materials. And then the biggest personal growth is getting more comfortable with being uncomfortable, being learning new things. And then the biggest actionable discovery is worrying about something that hasn't happened yet. It's like putting yourself through that thing twice, so why do it? And then the answer for the question is I make an effort to read books on topics that interest me, as I feel like that platforms I use to daily basis, example YouTube, Instagram, is not enough for me to gain more knowledge about the world. I make it a goal to read at least 10% of a book per day. So yeah, that was it for everyone's personal update. And then for the announcement, we have announcement from Kashelin.
Okay, thank you, Luna. So it's just like a quick reminder. So please be reminded that HR provided the employee office hours. So it's from Monday to Friday, 4 to 5 p.m. Utah. Feel free to book your time with me if needed. Yeah. So yeah, HR will be here for you to listen to your problems. So please make use of this session as you like. Okay, thank you. That's That's the quick announcement.
All right. Thank you, Kashalin, for the announcement. And the next one is we're going to for fellows recognition and mentor recognition. We got new updates. The first one is from Kanadia. Is Kanadia here? Or I just read it. Okay, so I think I will just read it. So the nominator is Kanadia, and the person that she nominated is Scafidi, and the core values have other first. And why? Because I kind of lost my voice on Tuesday and was supposed to chair the PD Scrum, but Vidi offered to chair the Scrum and I be the secretary instead because he's the voice to me things Vidi. And yeah, congrats Scafidi for that. And yeah, we're going to the next one is from Kat Andy. He nominated Siam team from the core value help others first, that never settle. And why? Is because we have great discussion for partner satisfaction survey to get the very simple format. So the owner didn't take much time for. I hope we also keep innovate to get more great survey for partner. And yeah, congrats for Siam team. And the next one is from Mr. Jing. So from Mr. Jing, he nominated Maria from core value be the hero and vice because Maria cared about how the all hands was going. She took initiative in front of the entire company to step up and help Sarah and Lupna. And yeah, congrats Maria for that. And then the last one is we got nominated from the nominator is Kailis and
Lubna, could you let us read that one, please?
Okay, sure.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for sporting that out. Yes, Lubna, actually, if the person is here, you can delegate to the person to read. So,
Okay.
yeah, for me, I would like to nominate Kevin AS, yeah, I forget what is AS. Kevin BI, basically, yeah. And also Evelyn. Kevin is actually stepping up to create automation for the property revenue projection that actually before it is a blocking step to onboard new partner, I guess. And then now it can be finished like around 5 to 10 minutes and it can be done by the BD team itself. So it is really faster. And Evelyn helped Kevin to create the documentation. Since in BI we know that the S actually lacking in the documentation. So Evelyn step up to help that. And we hope that all the BD team can try that out, especially for Rahman and also Gede that is new in this company. Kevin, you can help them out to try. Thank you very much. It's from me. Back to Lumna again.
Okay, thank you, Kailis. And yeah, I think that was it for today's All Hands. And thank you guys so much for the updates. And I'm going to give my time back to Sarah.
Okay, thank you, Lubna. That's it from All Hands. Well, I can resume for today's All Hands. So we've got good reviews from guests and also from property owner. And then also we got good reviews from us about our work horizon. So great job. And then we hope that we can reach our unconscious competency because Mr. Jing said that we have bias to action, self-learning, and growth mindset. And then for this April, our target for the revenue is $40,000. Okay. So that's it. What I can summarize. And thank you so much, people, for joining to this all hands today. So have a great day today. Bye.
Okay, bye bye everyone.
Bye. Thank you, Sarah, Lubna.
Yep.
Thank you.